gonna be innocent, you know. I still have to give him that America's sweetheart thing.
Ultrasound visits her on the set of Moesha.
I don't know my lines.
And at home.
This is my room.
She'll reveal who she wants to date.
Kobe's a cool guy.
We'll join her as she records her new album, Never Say Never.
MTV's here, start to fill it, y'all.
And see what it means to be growing up Brandy.
All my life, people have really doubted my talent. Took me so long to get a record deal. People said, you know, you're not a Whitney Houston, you're not a Janet Jackson, we don't want you. And I think I've done a good job at proving people wrong in a very classy way of doing it. Not saying, I'm this and I'm that, and you turned me down, now look at me. It's not like that. But I don't have to say that. They see me on television. They just see me and they say, wow, you know, I guess we were wrong.
Wrong in a major way. Brandy has the kind of talent star makers dream of. She can sing, act, and dance, and it all comes in the form of a sweet, exotic-looking young lady.
I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. Down with you.
Brandy's 1994 self-titled debut album sold 4 million copies and yielded 3 top 10 hits.
I felt really, really loved by America.
For 3 seasons, she has starred in her own sitcom, Moesha.
I'm ready to show the world that maybe one day I can be an actress.
She just landed her first feature film role in the hotly anticipated sequel, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
I really, really, really want to be a movie star.
I'm really excited to be working with her. I think she's going to do a great job. I think she's incredibly talented, and I hope that she and I will become like best friends.
And she recently signed to the Wilhelmina Modeling Agency.
Modeling is all in the attitude, and I think I have the correct attitude. You know, if I'm doing a Noxzema ad, I'm gonna act like I have a pimple, you know?
Too many times, drugs, alcohol, problems with the law, or a simple fade into obscurity have written a premature end to a teen's successful start in show business. At 19, Brandy has so far been successful in dodging such pitfalls.
I've avoided the difficulty of being a child star because when I come home to my family and my friends, I'm not Brandy. You know, no one in my family treats me like I'm a star. That means if I have food, I have to go downstairs and take my plate to the kitchen, empty it out, you know, wash it out and put it away. Come on, Larry. The biggest challenge is being 19, meaning having a normal life. Sometimes I just want a normal life. I want to wake up and not do anything. I think I'm getting a new car for my birthday. I'm not gonna have time to drive my car, only to the studio. So that's the only time I'm gonna be able to enjoy something that I've gotten. And it's kind of hard being 19, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, my career. This is the way I wanted to grow up, though. I wanted to grow up as a celebrity because I really wanted to be somebody growing up.
Brandy is definitely at the forefront of the current wave of teen acts to hit it big in music. But there was another teen wave dominating the charts 10 years ago, and very few of those artists were able to sustain post-pubescent pop success.
I'm not scared of transforming into a, teenage to an adult because I've grown up in everyone's eyes. You know, when I was 15, I was 15. When I was 16, 17, people saw me change.
She may sound fearless now, but that doesn't mean she hasn't taken her knocks. An early crisis of confidence came at Hollywood High School when Brandy was a freshman.
I remember my counselor at school wouldn't send me out on an audition because she said, "You're not drop dead gorgeous." And that kind of like hurt my feelings so bad. That was like that was so hard for me to get over because all the girls were going to this big audition, and I was so excited about it. I knew I was a dancer, I was a singer. I just knew I could just get the part because I was just so ready to be a star, you know. I wanted it so bad. And she says, "You're not going because you're not drop dead gorgeous." And I said, "But what about my talent? What about what I have inside of my heart?" That's not gonna work in Hollywood. I didn't go on an audition till like a year later. I didn't want to go. I didn't feel the need to go. But I got an agent and I started doing things, but I wouldn't get casted for any parts. And I thought that was the reason why for a long time. I thought that was the reason why, but I overcame it and got a good makeup artist and a good hair person. And I guess, you know, it worked.
Brandy also credits her idol Whitney Houston as an inspiration.
How will I know if he really loves me?
It was How Will I Know? And she did a lick at the end, and I said, "That's my favorite singer. I want to be just like her." She did like a weird, I think she went, "How will I know?" And when she did that, I just went totally off.
After banging on many closed doors, Brandy was signed to Atlantic Records when she was 14 and released her first album a year later. The hit soon followed, and many began to label her life a Cinderella story.
I worked just as hard as Cinderella, you know, and one day it just, you know, everything came to me and, you know, my dreams came true. And I think people do think that about me. But then again, I'm not her. I'm not Cinderella. I'm a hard-working young lady.
All that hard work paid off in 1997 when a fairy godmother in the form of Whitney Houston asked Brandy to star in the TV movie of Cinderella, which Ms. Houston just happened to be executive producing.
Brandy, come up. We gotta sing.
It's possible.
Cinderella was a rating success, but it did raise some eyebrows with its non-traditional casting choices.
Love has no color. Love is colorblind, and it doesn't matter. And the prince was Asian. You don't see that. You don't see Asian princes. You don't at all. And that made a huge impact. A lot of people liked it. A lot of people didn't. But the people who didn't like it, they think about it.
And what about a real-life Prince Charming? Stay tuned for Brandy's thoughts on Wanya Morris and Kobe Bryant, coming up next.
I don't know if Kobe still wants to take me out on a date.
Speak, because you ought to know it feels so good to let Brandy hypnotize you with a countdown featuring 40 videos by her favorite artists. She'll be getting jiggy with it next Saturday starting at 3.
Ultrasound is coming at you thanks to Adidas.
On my mouth. It's because you guys insist on
Following you everywhere.
Quiet out there, please.
And then it's going down. Give it up.